Yeah, and it's a small ass gap, so
That's a tiny ass one.
it worked though. But look at how the reason I marked it was because of how it kept holding this here. One, two, broke under, gapped up, held right at it, pushed up, pulled back down, retested it as resistance, retested it as resistance, gapped back up, pulled back. So now this obviously is an important uh,
Yeah,
level.
line.
So it breaks it. Well, now it doesn't look the same, but if you go on the daily, or if I put this shit on. So now I know this gap fills an important level. Boom, in pre-market, it breaks it, retests it, rejects the 100 and the 50, and then just hard sell off. But I didn't catch that. I didn't even see when it was happening. I just looked at it right now.
Meta looks still good at the daily demand though.
What?
Meta still looks good at the daily demand though.
Why?
Because his previous resistance, yeah. It's
But
also a break, but
I don't like that the 50 and the 100 aren't there.
I'm talking about the
Oh,
daily.
here it is.
Yeah, I'm talking about the daily.
See, I don't like when they're separate like that. I would prefer the
Well, the
50 to
100's
be there.
stronger anyways.
I mean, yeah, but didn't you try one like this that messed up?
No, Square wasn't even close to that. That's amazing. I wasn't paying attention to that. When you said it, I was like, oh, fuck, you're right.
I've recently seen one. Damn, even AMD. Well, I didn't really
Oh,
retest.
I think I found one in AMD too.
I mean, I guess on the 4 hour it did. Like it broke into it and then, but it's not as clean of a setup, and it's not an important zone. At least that it retested exactly. I mean, kind of, cause it how it
Hey,
is.
I'm in this shit long term. I didn't realize how like big of a dip it's taking, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, it broke the resistance,
I
previous resistance.
know, dude.
But it's obeying this trend line so far.
Well, better to keep obeying that shit.
But it broke under, damn, it gapped underneath it.
Dude, I haven't been checking this shit in a while. I'm over here
You
like,
gotta
what
check
am
it
I
when it's at
in?
20 bucks.
This might be a sinking ship like Square was, man. Damn.
I'm wondering if I had other. Oh, I think Costco had a good one.
Hey, Eloy, did you see XRP?
Oh,
Guess
he's
not.
gone again. Look, Costco's coming back
My bad. I couldn't
to
figure
this
out how to unmute
daily.
myself, but yeah. Yeah, I saw your message and I went to go look at it, and I'm up $2,000 on XRP.
Damn, nice.
But I just have no incentive to sell, bro. I'm like, fuck, should I take profits? Not sell all of it,
Nah,
but I don't know where to take
I'm
profits.
holding.
10
Look at this
years.
chart.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna let this thing forever just keep gonna go down on me once again.
I'm waiting for Bitcoin to hit 100. Once it hits 100, I feel like other coins are gonna go crazy. Because that's all everyone's been talking about. 100,000, 100,000.
So Eric
So why are you
convinced me.
waiting for it to hit 100?
Why am I
You're
waiting
gonna
for it
be
to hit?
late by then.
No, I wanna dip down. I'm just saying what could happen, what I think is gonna happen.
Oh,
I want it. I want a bear
look at
market.
Costco here. It's coming down into the daily demand with the 50 SMA and the 100 SMA beneath. It may hit the 4 hour though, but there's a setup starting to happen here.
But you picked that base candle for your daily.
But I didn't
It
see
was a
it.
green one.
Why did I pick that? What the fuck? There is a reason why I did that.
Do you chart with the equities off?
I do both. I think I did it because I remember one time you told me that you use when it's an aggressive push up like that, you use this as a demand.
Oh, yeah. I stopped doing that.
And then I went into the 4 hour and I seen there was like
Something.
I don't know if I would consider this a demand here, but
You know what's ironic? I stopped doing that because I think I told you about it, and then you said you only use base candles with opposite colors.
yeah, I do. But then I
Yeah.
fucking was like, well, he kind of knows what he's talking about.
No, don't listen to me.
So maybe it will hit the 4 hour instead, but I don't know.
Yeah,
That
but
one's
it
a
looks
little
good
different.
though. Looks good
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, that's my swing trade lesson.
Yeah, so y'all
But
are
yeah, I
betting.
think Ulta has the best opportunity so far.
About Alta, I think you could still take it if you had the money. That
Because
little,
even
I know you.
this is what I like a lot about it. Even on the daily and the 4 hour, they're both
Bearish
retesting. Like the EMAs are
under.
both above it.
Yeah,
So that's what I did like about it. But
and
where
I
would you
think
put your stop at this point?
5 points. I think I checked it.
God damn, son.
5 points, but your reward would be like 30 points. I think
So what would the entry be?
the entry would be 5 points. Oh yeah, let me see.
Because it's already down here at 366.
I still think you're early. I like this rejection candle on the daily. I still think you're early. If your first target is at the lows of the daily gap fill at 332.92, that's
But
like almost 30
where are
points.
you entering?
At 365.17, just where price is at the
Damn, right
moment.
at the open before it pushes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right at the open. And then 5 points, 5 points out, that's a good risk to reward. And the second target would be lows at 318.
Stop at 70?
Stop at 70, yeah.
I feel like I'd get stopped.
You can put a stop 10 points out and it'll still be a 1 or 2. Or one, yeah, 1 or 2, 1 or 3, something some shit like that. This still be a good trade. 10 points out.
Take it on your demo and let me know how it goes.
All right. I think this one's gonna work.
And if you take it on your live, just give me a little bit of something.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, this channel here is being respected on ES.
Dude,
Um,
you gotta,
pitch down.
you gotta teach me how to draw trend lines because I'm trying and this shit is not respect.
Dude, honestly, I'm tripping out on myself how my trend lines are working. Because I'm like, yo, why are they working all the time? Like, I mean, for the most part, if I'm drawing a good, I only use the longer term. Oh, I just
I,
delete.
the one on you had on NQ kind of confused me. I don't know. I don't know how you got that trend.
Hold up, I'm fucking up here. Oh, that's why. Where the fuck? Oh, remove. Yeah. You see this one though, right?
On that one, I think NQ is the one that kind of confused me.
Yeah, that one is a little different because I used the
Channel.
so I used
Use a
this.
trend channel, right?
No, this isn't a channel. This is just a trend line. I used it from like, okay, it started here, and when I seen the trend line, we were like over here somewhere. We were
Yeah.
like around here, I think. So I was like, okay, it keeps rejecting it multiple times. So looking at it over here, once the president election came in, this shit just popped up super aggressive. So once we broke it, I was now looking at it as like, okay, this thing could play as support. Looking at it like this, once we broke above, I was like, okay, if it holds the trend line coming back down, now this resistance becomes support, which it did play as support for 2 days. One here, tested it, bounced. One here, tested it, bounced. And then finally here, it broke it. So that now became a bearish uh, scenario. And then if you see here on the 4 hour, it broke it, popped up, retested it, and failed and kept dropping.
Mm.
Now, if I were to draw a trend line on the downside, it may be a channel actually, but yeah, here I didn't even draw a trend line because I'm like, I don't even know where the fuck you would draw it from. I feel like if anything, it would be maybe. It just goes. Us two. I like to do that too, where I'll like start it somewhere in the middle, and then I like look at it and I'm like, okay, if I drag this lower, does it align? And if the trend line looks like it didn't really make a difference by dragging it down, then I'm like, okay, this is a good trend line. Because if I drag it down and like the trend line starts to look all kind of crazy, I'm like, all right, it's not that clean of a trend line. Like right now, I don't think it's that clean of a trend line, to be honest. But
Okay.
I don't really know the downside here, the downside support here. So I wouldn't even have. Or sometimes I will do the channel thing. Where is that shit at? Is this one?
That's what
No,
I thought you did.
No, I'm tripping. I don't do it like that. I do it like I duplicate this, and then I move it down and see how does it look. But it still doesn't look super good to me. Yeah, I don't know where the support is on this bitch. Oh, why is it? Oh, but yeah, when I do the channel like on ES, I did it like that. I just duplicated and dropped it down, and I was like, oh shit, it is a channel.
How many touches?
Doesn't look good.
My bad.
What?
How many taps of resistance and support do you need it to do to consider it one a trend line or a channel?
You could use two, but I prefer three just to like know like okay, it really is resisting. Like here, if you've seen these two, you could already start to think like, okay, maybe there'll be one. But if I after I see this third one, I'm like, okay, this is a respectable trend line, and then obviously you see it reject here again. And sometimes it may take a while to retest it again. So I'll just keep it there until it comes back to it. And if a trend line aligns with like a supply or a demand zone, then I trust it a little even more.
And obviously, if it's a trend line that's on top of all the prices, and you just look at it as resistance.
Like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is resistance. Whereas with ES, I think I actually have some on Apple too. Yeah, see? Look at this one. Even though it broke it here, I liked how it held it here, then it held it again here, it held it again here, kind of tapped and held here. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep this. Even though this broke, just because I like how it kept respecting it later. I think I have one on Microsoft actually also. I have two. See, this one I don't like. I don't know why the fuck I have it there actually. Is it because of the four? See, this one has like maybe 3 taps. That's why I kind of left it, but I'm not super convinced on it. But I did leave it. Whereas this one, two, kind of two, three broke, but still respected it on the bounce. Look at how clean it respects it. I think this is 4, 5, 6 right here, 7. So this looks like it's getting respected pretty frequent, but it doesn't get tapped a lot of times. So then I came in closer just to see what we have here. And this one, 2, I don't know, 3 maybe, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it finally broke it. And look when it broke it, retested, and just fell. So for me, what convinces me is 3 or more taps. But I will mark it if I see 2 taps, but I'm not as convinced on it. I might have one on NVIDIA also, to be honest. I've been trying to fuck with it a little more. See, even here it got respected. Multiple taps, broke under, retested, and I liked how it retested at a supply zone. Plus, this was previous resistance trend line. Broke under the support trend line. When it popped back up, rejected, and just sold off. I should have been fucking bearish all week. I'm stupid. Especially after seeing ES's channel, how clean it respected that. That's
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck. I just thought that was my problem. I was bullish because of this whole shit. I was like, Trump is president. We going all time highs all day.
after we respect the bottom trend, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. If this breaks, I'm not gonna like
be bullish.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to see this trend line eventually hit at some point next week if this 1 hour demand breaks.
So you wouldn't be bullish below that 1 hour demand.
No, because these zones right here don't look as like maybe this 30-minute, but that happened to me yesterday with this 15-minute. I thought this 15-minute for sure was gonna hold because of this previous resistance, and it didn't fucking hold. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still upset.
And this 1 hour one is the strongest one, so these little ones aren't gonna
exactly. Exactly. And now I wouldn't be surprised either if it bounces here a little bit and then at some point falls back into the trend line. That wouldn't
What does the fib say? Have you tried that?
No, I haven't tried that. To where? Down the trend line?
Probably. Nothing. It's insane.
I mean, the high from the channel to the low of the channel is actually this 1 hour demand. That's crazy. You see that?
Perfect.
That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, so bullish above it, bearish below it.
For sure.
Starting next week.
Point to make.
Sounds good. That's a key level.
Yeah, I like that. But see, also that's what I should have thought of. I considered this just because it was resistance previously, that it would be support, but in reality, the real resistance seems to be this, because look at how crazy that drop is. Whereas this drop, it just kind of chops here.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn, I've never actually considered that.
That's a gem right there. Hey, you're recording, right?
Yeah. I gotta pay attention to that more. Alright.
Hey, what fib are you using? You're not using the normal one anymore, huh?
What do you mean?
Are you using the normal one? I use the percentage. Go to the tools. Go to the tools
50
again. I use the percentage sign on the left.
Where?
The left, go down. Right there.
Fibonacci retracement. What did I use? Oh,
Quadrant
quadrant line. Oh, what the fuck? Have I never used the right? Does it make the same? What the fuck?
You're about to become a successful trader now.
Dude,
Wait, you've been using this the whole time?
never have I used this other one. Oh, it's the same thing though.
Wait, does it line up? Oh yeah,
Oh,
50%.
it kind of slightly is off, but the 50% is the same. It's just this 20. Oh, because the fib shows it as a 23% and a 78%, whereas mine is to the T 5% each or 25% each move. See, I go 100, 75, 50, 25, then 0.
Never use that shit.
That's crazy.
If it could be a short explanation, can you explain the fib? Because you guys always talk about it, and I still don't use it or get it or even like know about it.
Gabriel.
Well, everything in life, I guess, has something called the golden ratio.
Going deep.
Yeah, so everything has like a golden ratio, apparently, everything in life. And according to this guy Fibonacci, you can calculate the ratios of each like segment of whatever you're looking at with the Fibonacci ratio. I don't know how the fuck he figured it out, but the golden ratio, if you take the fib and you extend it, the golden ratio is 61.8. So technically 61.8 on the Fibonacci is the stronger level. But we've been using the 50 because of Dylan, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know that 61.8 concept.
Yeah, that's the golden ratio.
That's the difference. Mine doesn't. The Fibonacci actually shows the 61.8, whereas mine doesn't show the 61.8.
Yeah.
And where do you place it?
From the high to the low.
High to the low or low to the high, depending on what you're trying to do.
So if I put a Fibonacci on my face, will the 50% be like right where my nose is?
Oh shit, I'm not sure. Because it's kind of like the point to the golden ratio is kind of off. It's kind of off center. But I'll show you guys. But you should look into the fib, Eloy.
Like Eloy, if I put this Fibonacci or my thing from this high, all-time high, to this low down here, this around here will be 50%. Watch. See? Oh. See how 50% is right here?
Mm-hmm.
And I said it would be around right here. I thought it was gonna be like up here a little, but it does. Like you could almost just look at the chart and be like, oh, if I put it the Fibonacci, this would probably be the middle. Like you could kind of see it.
And what does that mean to you guys when you see this? Or I think Gabe was kind of explaining it.
I would say the fit, like, I don't know about these other 75 or 25 or the 61.8, but just because of what Dylan says all the time, 50%, you could almost see it as like, okay, this is whether if you're coming down into it, you could say, okay, this might be good support level, or if you're going up into it, you could say this might be a good resistance level.
Yeah,
so that's why when go ahead.
The easiest way to explain it is if the 50, we use the 50 most, so just worry about the 50. If the 50% lines up with your support or demand or supply zone, that means it's an extra confirmation. So that's like a good zone. Because if you get the 50, get the Fibonacci. Oh, you got that one.
I was just gonna point out how remember how we said this 1 hour was a key level, and then I pulled the I'll just call it the fib. I pulled the fib down from the high to the low of the channel, and look at where the 50% line lines up with that key support 1 hour demand that we were just talking about. So the fact that one, this is previous resistance, we already solidified that this is a key support level, and then you put the fib and the 50% aligns with it. Now it's like, okay, that's another layer of confirmation that this is a key level.
All right,
And
now we know that.
it's still the same thing where it's like, just because it's there, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be respected, but you could consider it as a potential more important level than the other one.
Oh, go back to the fib, the percentage one. But don't start it from the top of there. Start it from where you ended the gamut line, the candle at the bottom of the trend.
This
Right
one?
there, yes. Start it from there. Look where what the golden ratio lines up with perfectly. Go to the highs. Or the 50%, I mean.
Oh,
Look at perfectly too.
7 hour demand.
Did we do that already? Or did you do it the opposite way?
I did it from the high to the low, and now this time I did it from the low to the high.
Oh, you did it from the high to the low? Oh.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck.
And you guys use it every day, or just when you place it and then see it might be near it, and then you take it into consideration?
Oh, you're talking about this one, Eli? I mean, Gabriel 61 over here.
No, I'm tripping.
I don't use it every day. I will only use it in scenarios like this where like I'm kind of like, where's that important level, or is this an important level? Then I'll, the way Gabriel was like, oh, put the fib, see where it aligns.
And then it mostly use it
I'll use it like that
on the daily chart.
I honestly haven't used it in a while. I don't really remember how I use it. It's just like I used to use it a lot more, to be honest, but then it started also trying like fucking with my levels a little. Maybe because I was using it on shorter time frames. But in this exact scenario we're speaking of, on the daily it seems pretty accurate. Especially because even just looking at the channel, it looks like it would be the halfway point.
Yeah.
So it's more important if it aligns with the demand or a supply zone. If like you just put it, if you just put it anywhere and you're just like, oh, this is a key level, it might work, but I don't really use it like that. Because even here, from this high to this low, it makes sense why market bounced at the 50% here. But there's probably also a demand. Oh yeah, there is. Look at daily demand here. To the T, right in the middle. So yeah, that's basically the fib. Any questions, Eli?
Oh, that's cool. I gotta do some more research on it myself. I mean, I get this is like the first explanation of me finally seeing what you guys are talking about. So I just gotta do a little more research.
Wondering if Dylan has a video on it.
All right. Y'all done with this video?
Yeah, I am.
All right, I'm gonna end it.